Hey, this is Amanda with Dusty Trail RV, and in this video I am going to break down a very basic overview of the RV propane system and show you how to change out a propane tank. So, let's get started. A few of the things that RVs use propane for are the oven and stove, the hot water heater. Some RVs have refrigerators that use propane, and some RVs have outdoor hookups so that you can plug in a grill outside to your system. So it all depends on the type of RV you have and your setup. Most have propane tanks that are seated somewhere securely on the frame of the RV. Sometimes this is on the front of the RV, and sometimes there is a dedicated, secure onboard cupboard for this. I have two propane tanks on the front of my RV, and because of this, I use a special regulator that is a double stage, low pressure, automatic changeover regulator. And this is awesome. There are a ton of different products for this, but I think this automatic changeover is really simple to use. Let me show you how it works. My tanks are located on the front of my trailer underneath this case. So what I do is I lift this off, and that exposes my two tanks. You've got different parts here. You've got your hose down here, and this basically sources your RV with propane from the tanks. You have a regulator right here, and then you have these dual hookups, also known as pigtails. These are your normal standard hookups. So, as you can see, this is red. This is the automatic changeover, and what it does is there's a little arrow here pointing to this tank. This was my priority tank, and when this tank became empty, the regulator automatically switched over to feed off of the other tank. It gives me a red indicator color change telling me that this tank needs to be refilled. So I can address it, and I come over here, I twist it the opposite way to point at the other tank, and notice it turns green. That says that this tank is full. So at this point I will leave this tank on. This tank I will turn until it is completely closed. Once it is closed, I'll remove this hookup and set it aside. So then this piece right here is holding this down and securing it so that it's safe when you drive. So what you do is you loosen this wing nut. You take that off and loosen it. Okay, so that's all I have to do. Now I can lift the empty tank, put it in the back of my truck, and go get it filled up. When I have that done, I'm going to come back and show you how to refill it. All right, here I am at a U-Haul. Many of these locations have propane hookups. This is the one I go to because it's really close to my house. You just come up here, someone will come out and fill it up for you. Super easy. You just look for one of these signs by the propane tank. There's a bell there, and ring it and someone will come out. U-Haul is just one of many places that will do this. You can also do a quick Google search or check out the Allstays app to find out other propane refill places. Okay, now that the tank's full, I put it back over here. I'm going to reattach this piece by going to the top corner, the rounded corner up like this. Then I'll match that on the other side over here, slide in until the grooves get seated, and it anchors your regulator piece like so. Make sure your wing nut is tight. Then you'll take your female end of the pigtail and hook it to the end of the tank. Make sure it's nice and tight. And then at this point, you open this tank up. Once this is all the way open, by the way, they need to be all the way open or all the way shut, nothing in between. So now that this arrow is still pointing this way, it's going to be our primary tank. And when this one runs out, this will turn red and it'll go off of this tank. So once I'm done with that, the tanks are ready to go. Thanks for watching. Leave me some feedback in the comments and make sure to check out my blog for more information. And don't forget to click subscribe.